Banger after banger.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on social media, all those cool things. And before I even get into the video, I would just like to take this moment to say rest in peace takeoff of the Migos. It was reported earlier today that he was shot and killed in Houston over a dispute over a dice game, I believe. Just like to take this opportunity to send well wishes and condolences to his friends and family. This is rough. This is real rough. This not exactly the news a lot of people wanted to wake up to this morning, that Takeoff of all people has been killed. So just wanted to say rest in peace Takeoff. Yeah, man. But on to something more light. I got the Crown Jewel predictions video, so that's what we're here for. Definitely leave me your predictions in the comment section below. The card looks pretty dope. It looks like a pretty decent show. I think it's like what, 7 matches, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a pretty solid card, pretty solid show. Taking place in Saudi Arabia, of course, because that's where all the money is. You know what I'm saying? But let's just get into this card, man. Let's go and break down Crown Jewel. Let's just break down these matches. First match I want to talk about is for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. The Brawling Brutes taking on the Usos. Also, leave me a like if you're feeling very oozy. That will make me feel very oozy. It'll probably make you feel very oozy as well. But anyway, speaking of oozy, we have Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, taking on Ridge, Holland, and Butch for the Tag Team Championships. And I would just like to say that the storyline going on with the Bloodline right now is probably one of the best things going on in all of wrestling. WWE, AEW, Impact, whatever. This is the best thing going on right now, because you don't really know what's going to happen. Like, you think you know what's going to happen, but then again, you never know. Like last week, you had Jay kind of snap off on Roman, saying he doesn't give a damn what the Tribal Chief has to say. Sami Zayn coming to his rescue again, which is really funny because Jay made it perfectly clear that he does not care about Sami, but Sami always goes to bat for Jay. Like, he always seems to bail him out of those situations that Jay always gets himself in. Like, he's always going to bat for him, always trying to save his ass, which is pretty cool, even though Jay is like the hothead of the group. But getting back to the match, this should be really fun. Like, I'm really enjoying the Brawling Brutes. I didn't think I would at first. Like, when it was just Sheamus and Ridge Holland, I was like, whatever. And then when they added Butch, I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. And then they just had this unexpected face turn out of nowhere. Like, the people are really getting behind them. I'm really behind them. I really enjoy the Brawling Brutes. I like Butch. I know I'm pretty much in the minority. Like, people like are in the camera, well, why can't he just be Pete Dunne? And the thing is, he actually is Pete Dunne. He just has a different name, you know? Just not the end of the world. But yeah, as far as this match goes, who wins, man? I wanna say the Brawling Brutes will win, but I don't know. I'm gonna say the Usos are gonna retain. This is probably a really fun match. I'm kind of torn, man. I want to say the Brawling Brutes should win, but I'm gonna just stick with the Usos. I think there will be shenanigans. I think Sami will get involved. I think him and Jay will get into some type of argument or altercation or whatever, which will probably almost cost him the match. But somehow the Usos will pull it off. So yeah. All right. The next match I want to talk about is two big beefy boys bumping meat. We got Braun Strowman and Omos, and I'm kind of intrigued by this match. I'm really interested to see what these two do. Like, Braun, he's pretty decent in the ring. Omos, not so much. He's not all too good in the ring. He's just a really big dude. He's got some type of presence to him. He's got a little bit of swagger. He can dress well, but his in-ring, it's a little bit not really much there. But for some reason, I feel like this will be a really fun match two big dudes just throwing each other around and knocking each other upside the head and whatever. I'm rocking with big Braun, trained Strowman. Still no train noises, Triple H. You're letting me down. You're breaking my heart, dude. But I will say that Braun Strowman is another dude. Like once he came back, the people were really into him. He got a really good pop. He gets good reactions whenever he comes out. So good for Braun Strowman. I predict he's gonna win. He's most likely gonna win with like that power slam he does. He's gonna actually pick up. I think that's gonna be the story of the match. Like who can pick up who, like who's gonna slam who, and it's gonna be Braun Strowman that hits Omos with the power slam. He's gonna win. Speaking of two big meaty men bumping meat, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. This is another one where it's just gonna be just crazy. I predict Bobby Lashley's gonna do that spot where he spears Brock through the barricade that they love doing so much. This is another one where I'm kind of torn. Like I know Brock and Bobby wrestled earlier this year, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Bobby Lashley won. So you would think Brock would win, but I feel like Bobby needs it more because after this, what's Brock gonna do? I don't think he's gonna go after the Universal title. Please don't let him go after the championship again. I don't want to see him and Roman Reigns interact anymore. So I want to say Brock's gonna win, but I feel like Bobby Lashley needs it a whole lot more because Bobby Lashley is there. He's there all the time. He's on Monday Night Raw. He's a former United States champion, former WWE champion. So yeah, most likely Brock's gonna win. You know how these things go. Next up we have Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross in a steel cage match. I like Drew. Karrion Kross is cool. It seems like something isn't really connecting with him and the fans. Like the WWE universe isn't really feeling him that much. He's not getting that same reaction he got in NXT. I feel like his initial main roster run is kind of responsible for, why he's not really getting over with the crowd. In my opinion, I might be wrong. People just might not care for him. I don't know. But I feel like that kind of does play a role in what's going on with Karrion Kross as to why the people aren't really feeling him that much. As far as who wins, WWE in their 50-50 booking, because Karrion Kross won due to shenanigans and Scarlett spraying McDonald's Sprite in Drew McIntyre's face, you would say that Drew McIntyre should get his win back. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that Drew McIntyre gets his win back. He but then again, I don't know. Maybe Drew McIntyre gotta get it. It's Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's gonna get his win back. Bray Wyatt is also scheduled to appear. They announced this on Monday Night Raw that Bray Wyatt will be at Crown Jewel. To do what? I'm not entirely sure. But whatever it is, I'm down for it. They introduced Uncle Howdy this past Friday on SmackDown. And people were thinking, oh, maybe it's Malachi Black. It's not Malachi Black. People were saying, maybe it's Bo Dallas. Why do you think it's Bo Dallas? Because they have the same earring or whatever. I'm like, okay. So only time will tell who Uncle Howdy is. But yeah, man, I'm very interested to see what Bray Wyatt does, what spooky shenanigans he has going on. It's cool. So the next match is the OC, aka the Bullet Club, taking on the Judgment Day and Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Guerrero Mysterio, the modern day Eddie Guerrero, as he likes to call himself. OC is gonna win, right? They should win. Yeah, they should win. Yeah, OC is gonna win. Karl Anderson, who is the current New Japan never overweight champion, who said he's not defending it. He's gonna just hang out in Saudi Arabia. He's not gonna defend the title against Hikuleo. Who knows where that story is gonna go? But yeah, I think the OC is gonna win. Should be a pretty fun match. Not too much I have to say about that. yeah, just move on. Let's move on to the next match, which is Bianca Belair taking on Bayley in a last woman standing match. This past Monday on Raw, Damage Control and Io Sky and Dakota Kai lost the women's tag team championships to Asuka and Alexa Bliss. A lot of people were not happy about this. Me, myself, I'm very indifferent. I'm kind of on the side of let's wait and see how this goes because it is an ongoing storyline. But what happens at Crown Jewel will kind of dictate my feelings towards Damage Control as a group as a whole. Because I've heard people have the discussion as to Damage Control kind of being underwhelming, and I can see why. Because when they first came back at when they first made their appearance at SummerSlam as a group, it was like, all right, this is pretty cool. This is exciting. We have Bayley making a return, Dakota Kai making showing up, Io Shirai showing up, and it's cool. And they're a group. So let's see where this goes. And it started off hot, and then it kind of cooled all the way down. Like, I know some way, shape, or form this is building towards Survivor Series War Games, so that's kind of why I'm really reserving judgment as to my thoughts and feelings. I feel like Bianca, not Bianca, but I feel like Bayley really needs to win, because if she doesn't win the title at Crown Jewel, it's kind of like, all right, so you already had Dakota and Io lose, and then you have Bayley lose again. So it's kind of like, what's really the point of this group? Like, why should we care? Why should we be invested? That's why Bayley should win. Most likely there will be shenanigans. Maybe Nikki Cross will show up. I don't know. I don't know if Io and Dakota are gonna be there or not. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, man. As much as I love Bianca Belair, which I really do, and she's having an amazing run as Raw Women's Champion, is Bayley has to win. Because if Bayley doesn't, I don't know what that means for Damage Control. I don't know. Bayley should win. But yeah. So, it's time for the main event. Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship. And it's crazy how this all started because Roman Reigns was a guest on Logan Paul's podcast. And then a couple months later, here we are, Saudi Arabia, Logan Paul in his third match wrestling for the WWE Universal Undisputed Championship against the top guy in all of professional wrestling right now, Roman Reigns. Come on now. We already know Roman Reigns is going to win. There is no way Logan Paul should be walking out with any championship gold around his waist. That would be insane. I don't know what I would do if that did happen. It's not going to happen, but if it did, I really don't know what I would do. One thing I have noticed that Logan Paul has been saying a lot is that he keeps saying that, oh, this will be a match that I'm going to do something you've never seen before. This is going to be a performance you've never seen before. So I'm pretty sure Logan Paul's he's going to have a pretty good showing. He's going to be pretty impressive. And Roman's going to do a good job of making him look good. That being said, Roman's going to win. Come on now. He's almost, I saw a statistic on Twitter that said that next month will be 3 years since Roman Reigns has been pinned. And you really think that they're going to throw that away just to get him beat by Logan Paul? No, absolutely not. Roman Reigns is going to win. He's still going to be the Universal Champion. What he does after that, I'm not entirely sure. After this, I really don't know. I don't know what direction they're going to go in as far as who he faces next. Is it going to be The Rock? Is it going to be somebody else? I don't know. As far as this match goes, Roman Reigns is going to win. Still be Undisputed Champion. Will still be head of the table, Universal Champion, Tribal Chief, all those cool things. Maybe he'll end up facing Jey Uso. I don't know. But with that being said, man, that's Crown Jewel, WWE Crown Jewel this Saturday from Saudi Arabia. Are you guys excited for the show? Are you going to check it out? Or are you watching it? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.